Hey there, everybody. Welcome. I'm Eddie. I run the RGB Strong page. Today, we're on the CACCWC page, and then we're also on the RGB Strong page. So, thank you all for joining in. We're going to be starting pretty shortly. We have some awesome guests. As you all know, it's April. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. So this month, CACCWC is stepping up. Monica and Maggie's house. If just for short, just so we could you all can see who they are and stuff like that. So Monica and Maggie's house, that's who we're helping out this month. Wearing blue all month long too, to show your support. But this month, we're spotlighting a few of their friends, around the area, especially the Cameron and Willacy County. So we're going to be talking today to Friendship of Women. We have Evonne Lopez. She's the Education and Volunteer Coordinator. And then we also have Ivette Jimenez from CASA of Cameron and Willacy County. And, we're going to be getting to learn a little bit more about them, how we could help out. And then if you have any questions at the end of the broadcast, feel free to ask. And, we'll be getting those answered for you. Gabe, unfortunately, he's out there. He's working hard right now, trying to spread the word of, Monica and Maggie's house. So he's working hard. So I'm filling in today. My name is Eddie. Just to give you a little bit about me, I run the RGB Strong page. I've been doing these trivia nights all last year during the pandemic. And, we've continued to, grow. And one of the things I've wanted to do and I've been wanting to do for a long time is spotlight awesome nonprofits around the Rio Grande Valley. We're fortunate enough to be doing it this year. We started off January with the RGB Strong Challenge. We started off with RGB's Little Elves, helping them out. Then we took a little break in February because February is the shortest month. We don't want to miss out on the full extent of the campaign. So in March we helped out Viva Village in the Valley as well. So and then this month, Child Abuse Prevention Month. So we decided to partner up with Monica and Maggie's house, for an awesome activity that we're going to be doing this Saturday, actually. So this Saturday, we're going to have our, Friends Trivia Night. So it's going to be Friends of Monica and Maggie's house. Y'all are more than welcome to join. I'm going to try to get some prizes together. And then also we're going to be giving away some, prizes too. So we'll be having that on Saturday at 7 p.m. So make sure you join in. That way you can, get an opportunity to win some prizes and have some fun on a Saturday night, especially if you're a big fan of Friends. I know there's a lot of people out there that are huge fans. But so we're going to be getting started with us today. We're going to start off with Evonne Lopez, so Friendship of Women. So their mission, they're there to provide services and empower the safety and health well-being of children impacted by family and sexual violence. We seek social change. So they seek social change through advocacy, education, prevention, and provide a safe home for victims and their families. So, they're out there working hard. We're going to learn a little bit more about Evonne and Friendship of Women. And then also, just go over a little PowerPoint. So here she is. And then if you have any questions, I will be going over them at the end of the broadcast. So, feel free to comment below if anything pops up, and then I'll go back over it. And then, we'll get those answered for y'all. All right. So here we go. We got Evonne. How's it going, Evonne? Doing all right?
Hi. Yeah. Thanks, Eddie. Thank you for the.
Awesome. So we'll be getting started with you. Feel free to, get things going. All right. I'll be back.
All right. Thanks. Yeah. So again, I just want to say thank you all for inviting us to speak on this platform. Connection is very in these times, and so I'll be presenting on the behalf of Friendship of Women, the Center for the Prevention of Family Violence and Sexual Assault. If you're not following us on I encourage you all to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And just a little bit about me. I've been for women since 2012, so I'm pushing up on 9 years, and within the agency on different sides. I've worked within the housing department. I've also been an advocate as well. And so now I really focus mainly on the education and part, which is what I'm doing today, right? Really just connecting with people in the community, resources, having discussions about domestic violence and sexual assault, and just really a message that we are here to provide supportive services to survivors. So a little bit about me. I love office supplies. Coffee is my main go-to, every day in the morning. I'm also a big fan of positive messages. So you'll see there things within my office, just kind of talking about inspiration, how to move forward, and then also a message to self-care and that, and it's okay to not be okay sometimes. So there I am. Again, my name is Evonne Lopez. My pronouns are she, her, ella. Moving so Eddie kind of just shared our mission already, so I don't want to go over that. I do want to just recognize that we've been in Brownsville since the 1970s. We've just, it really started off as adhering to filling in a gap for communities that were being left homeless. And so it really started off as a battered woman's movement in which we were seeing that homeless and homeless people were being drawn or being kicked out of their house to violence. So since then, we've been able to provide these services to families. We service women, men, and children. So the services are for the individuals and families. We know that domestic violence not only impacts the victim, but it also has a within the family dynamics. So we're able to provide services to the family members. So so if we have the victim who needs shelter, we can also provide that service to the victim, but also along. So also I wanted to highlight that abuse can be either physical, sexual, emotional, verbal, economic, using that financial abuse, or sexual. And also highlighting that children can be victims of abuse. And so that our services here not only affect adults, but our services do mainly service children as well. Which I think is a great connection to why we were invited today, right? April Child Abuse Prevention Month. And so we wanted to just go ahead and connect to the community. There are some organizations that provide services, and a lot of us work together providing this community effort to provide different services to families. And so we do seek social change through education, prevention, and provide for victims and their families. And so here's kind of a breakdown of our services in regards to really that one-on-one case management. Really looks different for every case. We provide safety planning along with connecting survivors and victims to information and referrals, accompaniment or meetings or any type of law enforcement or hospital visits. Plus the education and prevention, which is that side of connecting with the community. Like today, providing presentations, attending engagement to really spread the word that Friendship for Women is here. We continue to provide services to women and children that have been impacted by domestic violence or sexual assault. And we also have our own programs, which involve the emergency shelter or supportive housing. And so all our services that I went over right now are free and confidential. There is no eligibility that you need, except that you've been impacted. Other than that, there is no, you don't need to have status or documentation in regards to documentation. Here's just like another overview of what our services look like. The different family violence program. We have a sexual assault program. Along within those, children and youth programs. So we have advocates that specialize with working with children, the community education, as well as the legal advocacy, supportive housing, and our program. We do have counselors, licensed LPCs are on staff for services to our victims and survivors. And so we also do that specializes with working with children and youth. Again, free and confidential. And really the goal is to really empower survivors and strengthen the community. And that I'll be sharing our crisis hotline throughout the presentation. And so it's a 24-hour crisis hotline, one call to seek services, ask questions. They're always at the end to provide that type of connection for you. And so I know that with it being Child Abuse Prevention Month and working with some of the child advocates, they were doing some messages for social media and some of the messages that they wanted to reiterate to the community about. And that was that children matter, and that we want to be the voice for children, and we want to all have a role in taking part to end child abuse. Also, of promoting healthy relationships with your children, showing children are valued and loved, as well as spending time with your children, that divided quality time, as well as treating children with respect. Other messages that we had were that children deserve to be safe, happy. And so here we had our child advocate share one of our drawings from one of our ever staying with us at the shelter. And so we just wanted to highlight that. And also want to be able to end child abuse. So in a lot of, we are trying to work ourselves out of a job, right? We want to be able to end violence. We want to end violence against people. This issue isn't just about an private matter, but this is really a community issue, and that it involves everyone to have a role in this. So I did want to talk about our parenting classes that we offer for women. So it really revolves around parenting domestic violence. So it's called ADVANCE, and really it's an acronym for acknowledging demands and navigating child protective effectively. So ADVANCE is just an easier to say that mouthful. But really the group is designed to promote safety and protection, as well as raise awareness of the red flags and effects of domestic violence and impact on how to move forward. So I provided an overview of some of the things on there. It is a group class in which they have different activities. They talk about the power and control wheel, really identifying the overview of intimate partner. Also, the effects of violence, so talking about the developmental phase and heightened needs of children that experience or witness violence, as well as promoting effective, positive parenting, really getting to know taking the time to talk about feelings and identifying feelings, and using effective listening, as well as communication. And we also want to talk about like self-care and self-esteem, that's safety self-care techniques, and the importance of self-care and how self-esteem is important as well, is to be able to provide these effective techniques with your children and yourself, right? You need to be well and well to be able to treat other people well. So also there's a discussion on boundaries and trust, really knowing the importance of boundaries, being assertive communication on what your boundaries are and how to enforce them. And then the last sector of the advanced class talks about civil legal, and that is included, but not limited to different things such as proceedings, child custody, protection order, crime victims compensation, will shorten to CVC, as well as child welfare system. That's really based on the client's needs and circumstances. The referral process, this is the 24-hour crisis hotline. You can call information. The advocate would actually have to speak to the victim or survivor, if you have that person with you. And of course, pre-COVID, we were accepting what at the moment we're all trying to get through this pandemic and safely providing services. Our office is actually currently closed, but everything has gone virtual and digital, being provided over telephone or cell phone. And the trending topics, April is full of awarenesses. Child Abuse Prevention Month is one of them, but Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month. And it's also a really great connection. And and leeway to talk about sexual assault within child abuse. Those kind of go hand in hand. And another awareness is talking about alcohol awareness, really making that strength and making that connection to sexual assault in regards to consent and not being able to provide consent under the influence. Also, it's also strength, and so I think it's important to increase the public awareness about the causes of stress and really what we're going through, the pandemic. And in regards to looking up different awarenesses, the National Month of Hope came up, and I thought that was just a way to kind of cap and encompass all the awarenesses that we have in April, but also what our mission and ending mission is, that we want to be able to be that superpower that provides support for building relationships and communities and system for survivors and victims. So over the course of COVID-19, I know that we have a lot of local orgs that have taken great steps to resource within their communities, and they've been featured on this program. The resources I wanted to share, I have Friendship of Women's website on there, along with our crisis. And then I also wanted to share the other programs that provide service, that provides to domestic violence and sexual assault victims and survivors. We have Family Crisis Center. I believe they'll be on the program next week. And then we also have Mujeres Unidas, which has been together, and they provide services in McAllen. And I think that's it for now. It's if anybody has any questions, we can use that. Moving forward, I can also, I just want to wrap it up and share my contact information. Again, the crisis hotline number, 24 hours, 7 days a week, my email, as well as my work cell, if there's anything that you might need information for. And yeah, thank you for your time.
So people can find you on Facebook, Instagram as well. You had your website up there as well, and then your email. So that's awesome stuff. I know we were talking about an event. You have something coming up at the end of the month, right?
Yes, thank you for asking. Yes, so for Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month, we have a virtual film screening of the Netflix documentary Audrey and Daisy. Really, it's a documentary following two high school women and who were sexually assaulted by boys that they knew. So it follows them through time in regards to what the aftermath, the civil matters, the social media, the victim blaming. And so it's just really important to have these discussions. And so we're collaborating with a national organization called Safe Bay, and they are a survivor national organizations that provide services to in regards to sexual assault prevention. And on April 28th, you can go on our website. I mean, you go on. No, I think if you go on our social media, you'll be able to see the QR code, and we'll have you just sign up. And so we're giving away free movie kits for the first couple of people, like the first 30 people that sign up.
Awesome. So you're having a free movie kit giveaway. So what does the kit have, or what?
So we were really basing it off a movie bar. Really thinking there's going to be like a drink, a candy, some popcorn, self-care. It's a difficult movie to watch, and the discussion is just as important. But there'll be some as well to provide that.
Nice. I'm very interested in that. We do have a question from Debbie right here. Do you have an immediate need or wish list?
So, yeah, I think that recently I know that I've been connecting with the and so some of the things that they talked about were providing like cleaning supplies, hygiene supplies. And I feel like that's what they mentioned and shared. I can't remember. That's all I have on the top of my head right now, but that was shared with me recently.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, so some cleaning supplies, as far as like shampoos and stuff like that, right? Beauty supplies. Anything?
Also, like sanitary
Oh, sanitary.
PPE items. Yeah,
Okay.
sanitary supplies, but also cleaning supplies in regards to kind of keeping that hand sanitizer, bacterial wipes, really the things that we really take for granted that maybe just some people are not able to access to, but it's just so important during this time.
All right. Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you, Yvonne, for sharing this awesome info. We'll be able to. I'll be sure to tune in on that too, and I'll try to share that on the page as well. So virtual film screening. That's great stuff. All right, Yvonne. Well, thanks for joining in. Appreciate your time, and yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one. All right, so next up, we have from CASA of Cameron and Willacy County, we have Ivette Jimenez. She's going to be talking a little bit about their organization as well, and then how you could help out. So here she is. Hey there, Yvette. Let me unmute you real quick. Oh, you got to unmute yourself.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
How are we doing today?
Pretty good.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, we're going to be getting started with you. If you want to get your PowerPoint all set up, and
Yes. Definitely.
tell a little bit about you. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself. I'll come back in a little bit.
Okay, can you see the PowerPoint?
Yeah, there you go. You're
Okay.
awesome.
Okay, awesome. So, good morning, everyone. First of all, we really do want to thank the CEC for including us in this. They are one of our partner agencies, one of our sister agencies that we work with. So my name is Yvette Jimenez. I am the communications director for CASA of Cameron and Willacy counties. And CASA actually stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates for Children. And we'll go over kind of what we do and the need that these children have while going in foster care. So every kid is one caring adult away from being a success story. This is from a quote from Josh Shipp. So I'm going to play a video. So I hope you like that video. That kind of portrays what we do. We advocate for children who are going through foster care. Our mission, the mission of CASA, is to be an independent voice for children who have been removed from their homes because of abuse or neglect. Trained community CASA volunteers work to ensure each child has a safe, loving, and permanent home. So our volunteers can go from teachers, realtors. They do not have to have a social work background. CASA trains them and they get on a case and they advocate for the child during the duration of the case. So it's really important to have that supportive role for these children while they're going through the foster care system. Currently, CASA serves 357 children in Cameron and Willacy County. Unfortunately, that's not all the children that we have in care. Due to the lack of volunteers, we're unable to serve all the children coming in from Cameron and Willacy counties. So just like I mentioned, CASA volunteers are everyday people, teachers, business people, retirees, stay-at-home moms, grandparents who are committed to make a difference for children who might otherwise slip through the cracks in the overburdened foster care system. They are appointed by the judges to guide one child or a set of siblings through the system to save permanent homes as quickly as possible. CASA volunteers research case records and speak to each person involved in a child's life, including their family members, at school, the teachers, doctors, lawyers, and social workers. They monitor the progress of the child and family throughout the case and advocate for the child's current and future needs in court, in school, and in the agency meetings. Their independent evaluations allow the court to make better informed decisions. So what our volunteers do, they go visit the child, get to know them, and form a bond with the child and the family as well. Best case scenario, we always try to reunite the children. We give recommendations and try to reunite the child with the family. Of course, in case we can't do that, there are always other options, which is give custody to a grandparent, family member, just like the video mentioned. But our goal is always reunification when it's safe and possible for the child. So the qualifications to become a volunteer, you do have to be 20 years of age or older. You do have to successfully pass screening and background check requirements. Complete initial training provided by CASA of Cameron and Willacy counties. It's 30 hours of initial training plus 3 hours of courtroom observation and 12 hours of continuing education. Because of the pandemic, we have had an increase in volunteers and we have moved to remote training. So we are doing training virtually. I think that's helped a lot for people that work, people that want to help but didn't have the time to come in person. Right now, we are currently still doing virtual training, which is a total of 10 hours face-to-face via Zoom. So that has been something that we have seen that has worked. And we have been, I think right now we are at 100 point for volunteers, 100 point mark. We have 100 active volunteers on cases. So like I said, that means that 357 children are served with a volunteer advocate. Be able to keep information confidential and work with established program guidelines. We do have to maintain confidentiality. Of course, all these cases are maybe not severe, but they all go through the abuse and neglect and the CPS court system. So we do have to just maintain that confidentiality. We do contact the attorneys, LIDEMs, regarding the child and the caseworkers as well. So this is our team. Our team. There's 2 of them missing right now, but we're able to see them here. This is our whole team. We're 11 staff. We currently have 5 supervisors, and what they do is that they work with advocates. Each supervisor has a caseload of about 20 to 25 cases, and volunteers range from 15 to 20 volunteers that they supervise. Each case has about probably like 2 children. We really don't see like single children. They all come like in sibling groups, and we take the case and they have a supervisor assigned to it. And once we have a volunteer available that has gone through training, that has been sworn in, we assign that case to the volunteer. And we're always there to be that supportive role. They don't have to do anything on their own. We're there to support them, the volunteer, and give them that guidance so they can be that supportive role for the child and the family. So this is a little bit of pictures of our volunteers and the events that we have. We always are so thankful for them and what they do. I mean, this is a volunteer program. So what they do, they go above and beyond the children that we have. They visit them, you know, they create that bond with them. They establish that with them pretty quickly. So it's important to know that and appreciate them. So in this one, this picture here are events that we've had for them, you know, where they get a shirt, you know, just so they can feel appreciated by our CASA staff. This is actually a picture of our swear-ins. We have been doing virtual swear-ins. Usually our Judge Belton is who swears our volunteers in. Once they're done with the training. After that, then they get their case and they work on it with their supervisor. So we do have a social media page. It's www.facebook.com/CASA of Cameron and Willacy County. We also have an Instagram at CASA of CW. So follow us on the social media. We always need volunteers. Like I said, unfortunately, right now we aren't covering all the cases that are coming in. So it's important, and I really hope that one day we'll be at 100% covering all the cases that we have. We don't need, like I said, any special background, just the need to help and the heart to help also, because it's very hard and difficult what we work with, but there's very committed community members that want to help, and this is a way to do it. Let me put more information out. So our website, like I said, is CASA of Cameron and Willacy.org. So our phone number, I can't see it here. It's 546-6545. If you have an inquiry, you can email us, you can call us. We're always here to help. If you have any questions, we work with your schedule as far as training. You know, we do our best to work with your schedule, just so that a child can have somebody going with them through this whole court system ordeal. So that's it for our presentation. I don't know if anybody has any questions.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to leave in the comment box below. Also, I did have one. Do you have anything else, any events going on this month, anything like that people can attend and attend? Yeah, pretty much.
So on the 29th, we actually have a webinar with the CAC, Foster Angels, Common Thread. We have a lot of community agencies that will be joining, and I'll send you that link for that webinar so people can watch on our website as well.
Also, sorry, excuse me real quick. The link to the video, unfortunately, like the mic, you have to switch the mic on the screen. But if you could send us the link, that way I can post it on the comment box right here below.
Yes, definitely.
And but yeah, definitely. What do you have an immediate need for? What can people start helping out with?
So we always are in need for volunteers. This is something that we've been pushing because of the pandemic. Children are staying home, so the mandatory reporting, like from teachers, that usually comes in hasn't been as much. So this is why we need to keep an eye on them and have somebody visiting to their home. We really are pushing on that because, I mean, it is April, it is Child Abuse Prevention Month. We want to be able to basically have a supportive role and somebody that's looking out for them while they're in the foster care system, all their needs being met and advocating for their best interests. So we are always in need of volunteers. And we are doing virtual training. So that's something good that has come from the pandemic, I think, because it's just more accessible for people to be able to join virtually.
And another thing, I know, every nonprofit has like their event of the year. So what is your event that you do? That way people can start, getting ready and prepared for it.
So we actually do have an event that's called the Princess Ball. I'm not 100% sure how if we would be doing it actually this year, but that's something that we are trying to work on, and we'll give more updates on our website for when it is gonna happen.
Okay, perfect. So it's Facebook, Instagram as well, CASA of Cameron County and Willacy County.
Mhm.
And then also I see CASA. It's I'm sorry, the website that people can find your info. Oh yeah, CASA of Cameron and Willacy.org. All right, perfect. It was right in front
Yes,
of me.
CASA of Cameron and Willis.org. And also becomeacasa.org. That gives us, if you are interested in volunteering, that sends us your information and we get an inquiry on our end. That way we can make contact with you.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Yvette. Thanks for your time.
Thank
And then
you.
anything you need on the Strong page, you let me know. As far and Evonne as well. I know she's probably still listening. But if anything, any of y'all need help, just let me know. We can see what we can do for y'all on our end. But appreciate your time. Let's see. Anybody have any more questions? I'm gonna bring everybody back on. I do actually want to ask Evonne. I didn't get to ask you, Evonne. So what? Also, as far as like an event of the year, what event do you have put together? Do you all for friendship of women? I know I know Yvette was talking about the casa. I mean the Princess Ball. So do you all have something that you all do?
Yeah,
Yvonne?
so we do events. Oh, am I on? Okay, we do
You're good.
events pretty much throughout the year. I know that our really are for October for Domestic Violence Awareness and Prevention Month, and really due to the pandemic, it's changed. So everything's really done virtually. But again, what we're doing is just organizations to discuss what supportive agencies they have, supportive, sorry, and then in April we have our Denim Day, which is that we'll be having at the end of the month. And so again, they're usually all in-person events, but because we're doing everything virtual, just to keep mind about and but still wanting to make that connection with the community.
That's
But yeah, month pretty much has an awareness that has connected to domestic violence or sexual. January, there's stalking awareness. February is teen dating violence awareness. May is mental health awareness. So we're constantly just trying to bring awareness to the community about services and connecting the supportive information and referrals.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And then anything else? Yvette, do you want to mention as well before we head out? Evonne, anything that you want to leave before we go?
Yes, actually, I did want to also mention the Texas Abuse Hotline, which is the 1-800-252-5400, in case you have any suspects of abuse or neglect. It's important to call the CPS hotline. Like I said, right now, a lot of our children are doing virtual school. So it's important for somebody to always keep an eye on them. So if you feel like there's something going on, you have a gut feeling, just give a call. That way, somebody will go out there and investigate.
And speaking of that, last week we actually went over that too. So don't forget, we've been doing these all week. All week, every Wednesday in April. So the first week, we had a guest on last week. Gabe was going more into depth of what you're talking about, what to look out for, and things like that. Evonne, anything that you feel like you missed out before we head out? Got a couple more minutes left.
Yeah, so I think just sharing the 544-7412, but also the takeaways is just survivors. Being able to share that kind of information is enough. So know that you're that trusted person for that someone when you hear the information, and just listening, and really just know that survivors are the experts in their own lives, so they know when it's the most dangerous and know it's the most safest. So just be that listening ear, and that you continue to listen to these type of platforms to, but also, if you wanted to have a superpower, make it be connection for someone. Provide them with information and referrals. Just drop them a website, a brochure, and let them just decide when they're ready to make that.
Definitely. Well, appreciate y'all's time. I know it's Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week, so y'all got a lot of work to do, right? So thank you all again, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks.
so much for having us.
All right, we'll see y'all soon. All right, everybody. Well, that was it. I really appreciate it. If anybody has anything else, but yeah, CASA and Friendship of Women, make sure you go follow them both. Awesome information. Like I mentioned, also, you don't want to miss out on the other episodes that we've been putting up. You can find them on the CACC website. Facebook page. So you can look on that. Just hit the video tab, and then you can just keep up to date with what's been broadcasted. And then you can also find it on the RGV Strong page too, as well. Do want to remind you to donate to the Cash App that they just started up. So it's going to be Cash App. You're going to put the dollar symbol. It's going to be CACCWC. So fit that in there, Cash App. Make sure you send them a little donation. Anything goes a long way, especially for this organization. There's a lot of, especially they have an awesome network of people that they're spotlighting and helping out too. So it's really going to go a long way for them. I do want to mention once again, we're gonna, speaking of friends of Monica and Maggie's house, we're gonna be doing our friends trivia night this Saturday. So you don't want to miss out on that. It's gonna be Saturday at 7 p.m. You're gonna have some fun. Also, you're gonna have a chance to win some prizes. I'm gonna put some prizes together on my end, and then we'll see if we can get some more. If you're a business owner and you want to participate, let me know. We'll see what we can do to give you a little shout out. But other than that, we're gonna have some fun on Saturday night. Make sure you join in. It is limited to 100 people, so make sure you join in quick. That way you can win some prizes, all right? But I appreciate everybody joining in. If you're on the Strong page, don't forget to like CACCWC. If you're on the CACCWC page, don't forget to like the RGV Strong page and, just see what we've been up to as far as the nonprofits and things like that. But, really appreciate everybody. The theme for this Saturday is going to be Friends. So if you're a Friends fan, this is the game for you, this trivia night. And, we like to do them. We were doing them every week during the pandemic. But of course, that kind of takes a toll. But we're starting to do them every month and then, showcase a nonprofit. So we're happy to team up with CACCWC for this one. And really appreciate everybody joining in today. And don't forget to share. Share goes a long way, especially with the information that you heard today. There's stuff. It's the realistic aspect of it. Things are going to be on the rise when it comes to abuse. So it's unfortunate. We don't want that, but these awesome organizations are getting prepared and they're ready to help out. So get out there. If you see something, make sure you say something like they were mentioning, and just help out. Help out somebody in need. But appreciate everybody. Thank you so much again, and we'll see you next Wednesday. We got another broadcast for y'all. All right, so take care, have a good one, and have a great rest of the week. I'll see you on Saturday.